If you're still writing outreach emails by hand or getting ghosted after one message, you're wasting time you don't have. Today, I'm going to show you how AI can book calls for you using real conversations, not funnels.
Whoa, hold on a second. Are you saying AI can now handle the entire sales process? That sounds almost too good to be true.
Well, not the entire process, but a significant part of it. We're talking about agentic AI, which goes beyond simple automation. It's AI that acts on your behalf with a clear goal in mind. Think about it like a junior team member who can handle the grunt work of lead generation and follow-up.
That's fascinating, but how does this differ from the automated tools we're already familiar with?
Great question. Unlike traditional automation tools that often spam people with generic messages or break down when one rule goes wrong, agentic AI is much more sophisticated. It can craft personalized emails, understand context, and even handle objections. It's like having a smart, tireless sales development rep.
That sounds impressive. But I'm curious, how personalized can these AI-generated emails really be?
You'd be surprised. The AI analyzes each lead's information, their company, their role, and creates a message that feels genuinely personal and relevant. It's not just filling in blanks in a template, it's crafting unique emails for each recipient based on your business goals and their specific profile.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Can you walk us through a real-world example?
Sure thing. Let's say you're using a tool like Sales Kindle. You set a goal to book one-on-one strategy calls. You give the AI some targeting filters, maybe a specific budget range, industry, etc.
That sort of thing. Then you let it do its thing. And then what happens? How does the AI take it from there?
Well, the AI starts by finding qualified leads that match your criteria. Then it crafts personalized emails for each lead. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just send one email and give up. It tracks replies, understands the context, and keeps the conversation going. It can handle objections, answer questions, and even schedule meetings when someone's ready to talk.
So, you're saying you could potentially wake up one morning and find meetings booked on your calendar that you didn't have to chase down yourself? That's wow!
Exactly. It's like having a super efficient assistant working around the clock, and the best part, it frees up your time and mental energy to focus on the parts of your business that really need your personal touch.
I can see how this could be a game changer for small businesses and solo entrepreneurs. But, and I hate to be the skeptic here, what about the ethical considerations? There's been a lot of discussion lately about the responsible use of AI.
You're absolutely right to bring that up. Using AI in this way does come with ethical responsibilities. It's crucial to be transparent about the fact that you're using AI and to ensure that the AI is not misrepresenting itself as a human. It's also critical to respect people's privacy and data protection rights.
Those are all really important points. So how can businesses strike that balance between leveraging this powerful technology?
It's all about transparency and setting clear boundaries. For example, you might include a disclaimer in your email signature that mentions AI assistance, or you could program the AI to clearly state that it's an AI if asked directly.
The key is to use the technology to enhance human interactions, not to deceive or replace them entirely. That makes sense. It's about augmenting human capabilities, not trying to pass off AI as human. But I am curious, how does this AI handle more complex queries or situations that might require a nuanced understanding of your business?
That's where the human touch still comes in. The AI is great at handling initial outreach, basic questions and scheduling, but for more complex questions, for complex queries, it can be programmed to escalate to a human team member. It's about finding the right balance between automation and personal interaction.
I see. So, it's not about replacing humans entirely, but about freeing them up to focus on the more complex, high-value interactions.
That's a really interesting perspective, exactly. And think about how this could transform the way small businesses operate. Suddenly, a solo entrepreneur or a small team can have the outreach capabilities of a much larger organization.
Without the overhead of a full sales team, that's a game changer for sure. But let's talk about the potential downsides. What if the AI makes a mistake?
Could it potentially damage relationships with potential clients? That's a valid concern, and it's why monitoring and fine-tuning are so important, especially in the beginning. But here's the thing, even human sales reps make mistakes. The advantage of AI is that when it does make a mistake, you can quickly adjust its parameters to prevent that same mistake from happening again across all interactions.
Interesting point. It's like the AI can learn from its mistakes on a much larger scale than an individual human could.
But what about the personal touch?
That's a great question, and it gets to the heart of how we use this technology.
The goal isn't to trick people into thinking they're talking to a human. It's to handle the initial stages of outreach efficiently, so that when human-to-human interaction does happen, it can be more meaningful and focused.
I can see how that could actually lead to better personal interactions in the long run. But let's talk about implementation.
How would a small business or entrepreneur go about starting with this kind of AI-driven outreach?
Well, the first step is to clearly define your goals and your target audience. What kind of leads are you looking for? What's the end result you want? A phone call, a meeting, a sale? And I assume there's some setup involved in terms of teaching the AI about your business, your offerings, and how to respond to common questions.
Absolutely. You'll need to provide the AI with information about your products or services, your unique selling points, and how to handle common objections or questions. But here's the exciting part. Once you've done that initial setup, the AI can work 24/7, reaching out to potential leads and nurturing relationships even while you sleep.
That's pretty amazing. It's like having a tireless sales team that never needs a break. But I'm curious about the results. Have you seen any data on how effective this kind of AI-driven outreach is compared to traditional methods?
Great question. While results can vary depending on the industry and specific use case, many businesses using agentic AI for outreach have reported significant improvements in their lead generation and conversion rates. Some have seen their meeting bookings increase by 100% or more, while dramatically reducing the time they spend on manual outreach.
Those are impressive numbers, but let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Could this technology potentially lead to a kind of arms race in sales outreach, where everyone's using AI and we end up with AI?
That's an interesting point to consider. You're right that as this technology becomes more widespread, we might see a shift in how outreach is done. But I think what we'll likely see is a change in how we value and use human interaction in the sales process. The AI handles the initial legwork, but human expertise and relationship-building skills become even more crucial in closing deals and maintaining long-term client relationships. That makes sense. It's not about replacing human interaction. It's about enhancing it and making it more efficient.
The goal is to free up time for meaningful connections, not to eliminate them. Exactly, and for small businesses and entrepreneurs, this could be revolutionary. Imagine being able to compete with larger companies in terms of outreach and follow-up, without having to hire a large sales team.
It levels the playing field in a way we haven't seen before.
When you put it that way, it does sound like a potential game changer for small businesses. And for our listeners who are intrigued by this and want to learn more, what would you recommend as a next step? Well, if you're still doing manual outreach and you're feeling the strain, it might be time to rethink your approach. Agentic AI isn't just a buzzword, it's a tool that can help small teams get big results without burning out. I'd recommend starting by clearly defining your outreach goals and your ideal customer profile.
And for those who want to see this in action, is there a way to try it out without committing to a long-term contract?
Absolutely. There's actually a beta version of Sales Kindle that's open right now. You can start today, and you only pay for the emails that are actually sent.
It's a great way to dip your toe in the water and see if this approach could work for you. That sounds like a low-risk way to try it out. Any final thoughts for our listeners who might be on the fence about adopting this kind of technology?
I'd just say this. If you're spending hours writing emails by hand or chasing replies manually, it might be time to consider a change. Technology is evolving rapidly, and tools like this can give small businesses and entrepreneurs a real competitive edge. But remember, it's not about replacing human interaction, it's about enhancing it and making it more efficient.
I have a feeling we'll be hearing a lot more about agentic AI in the coming months and years. It's an exciting time to be in business.
Absolutely, and remember listeners, technology is just a tool, it's how we use it that really matters. The goal should always be to create more meaningful connections and provide more value to your customers. AI can help you do just that more efficiently, but at the end of the day, it's still about building relationships and solving problems for people.
That's a great way to sum it all we have time for today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, keep innovating and stay curious. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the latest in AI and business technology. We'll be back soon with more insights and analysis. Take care, everyone.